I'm going to talk about something a little bit controversial, but I just have to go there. And this topic is depression treatment, especially in the United States. In the United States and other countries too, we're very quick to prescribe an antidepressant to someone who is depressed. And yes, I have seen amazing results from some antidepressants for some of my patients that have drastically improved their lives. But there's also so many people who are struggling trying to find the right antidepressant for them, and they're having awful side effects and not feeling better from taking them. In fact, I was one of those people for a really long time. Starting in my early teens, I jumped between Prozac, Wellbutrin, Zoloft, Lexapro, all the other ones that you could list off. And quite frankly, I never felt better. My depression was always there, and I had awful side effects from most of these medications. There are so many reasons why someone might be experiencing depression. If their nutrition isn't great, they're not getting the vitamins and minerals and macronutrients and amino acids that they need for their brain and body to operate properly, they might experience depression. Your body doesn't have the building blocks it needs to actually be able to go out there and be happy. If you are someone who grew up with an extreme amount of trauma or chaos or dysfunction, your brain might always be looking for the negative. Your brain is wired for survival and it runs on pattern recognition or prediction. So it's always looking for what might be danger. That could also lead to depression. If your breathing patterns are off, if you're not getting sunlight, if you have poor relationships, if you're unhappy in your work environment, all these things could be leading to depression. You have to realize that the further and further we get along in the years, the less human we become. We've become glued to our iPhones and computers. We don't see the sunlight. We barely move. Our breathing patterns are pretty bad. We're constantly having blue light in our eyes, environmental toxins around us, and our body isn't meant to operate like that. When the body is not meant to operate like that, it's going to start sending signals to tell you, change things up. Our bodies are meant to be free and move and be in nature and be in sunlight and eat really high quality, nutrient dense foods. And we're supposed to go out there and do things that feel purposeful and meaningful in life, even if it's about working the land or raising a family. But instead, we live in a world where we work a 9 to 5, or in some cases, a 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. job, doing things that we don't even know if we want to do them because we've been told and conditioned that that's what we want for so long. I have found that a lot of people I work with are actually depressed because they don't have a dream. They don't have a sense of purpose. Now, I'm not saying that every single person who is depressed fits that criteria, but it is a place that I want to go to and talk a little bit about. When you are living a life without a dream, without a sense of purpose, without a vision for yourself, it's really easy to get lost in the day-to-day hustle and bustle and grind. We wake up, we go to work, we work a job that we're miserable at in a office that has no sunlight. We don't get outside, we don't eat well, we don't breathe well or get fresh air. And then we go back home, we maybe, I don't know, sit on the couch and watch TV or take care of a family or go to the gym, go to sleep and repeat the same thing. So many of us have been conditioned to go and pursue a certain career path or certain college degrees because that's what's going to make us successful, and hence that's what's going to bring us happiness. But just because society has told us that that is happiness, does it actually translate to real life peace and a sense of calmness and joyfulness in our lives? And if you're stuck in a city that you hate, in a job that makes you miserable, and in relationships that make you unhappy, is a pill going to fix that? Sure, there could be some short-term relief from these medications. And once again, if it benefits you, that's a great thing. I encourage you to work with your psychiatrist to find a treatment protocol that helps. But if you feel lost, if you feel miserable, if you feel stuck, perhaps the answer to the depression is not a pill, but it is about figuring out what it is that you actually want, figuring out what brings you joy, what brings you a sense of peace. I'm not saying that you need to go abruptly pick up and move from the city that you live in or change your career. Maybe it's about finding a hobby that you love, that makes you feel joy and have a lot of fun from, or that really intrigues you and grasps all of your attention and interest. Maybe it's about being present with your child when you play with them, or being present with your partner. Maybe it's about building a beautiful community of friends and being able to go out with them and build meaningful connections and have a fun time. Maybe it's about going out and dancing or listening to a song and dancing in your own house. Finding something that brings meaning and value to you is really, really important in combating depression when the depression is stemming from not having a sense of purpose or a dream or a goal. As Paul Chek teaches us at the Chek Institute, with a dream, there is no crisis. If you have something that you love, if you have things to look forward to, there's no reason to have a crisis because you have something that gets you so excited to go to sleep at night so you can wake up feeling refreshed and have the energy to go pursue that thing that you look forward to. So if you're not sure how to figure out what makes you feel happy, start here. Pay attention to your body. When you go do activities, when you go out, when you spend time with certain people, how do you feel? Do you feel icky or repulsed or like I don't want to be here? Or do you feel excited, connected, joyful, peaceful? Those sensations are going to start to teach you what you're being drawn to and what you're being repelled from. And the more you feel joy and peace and excitement, keep going there. Keep exploring that. Keep searching until you find something that you're really excited to pursue.